Actually, it's only ever happened once. It was back in 1978. Well, this week marks the 40th anniversary of that team. So to celebrate today, two former players cooked up a little surprise for their old coach at the Water Valley Inn.
When I look at the numbers in the years, yes, I can believe it. But other than that, no. It feels like I could still go out and do it again.
He means everything. My father died when I was 12, and I literally did not play baseball for a year. I was an all-star, took a year off, and Rick, along with his father, talked me into playing baseball again. And it just built my confidence level up. I mean, to a point, I wouldn't be the same individual I am right now if it weren't for Mr. Galuzza and Rick also.
The 1978 team was sponsored by Kiwanis, the same organization that helped organize today's reunion. And check this out, one of the players even found his old jersey. Our 7 First Alert meteorologist Andy Parker is on the road with the gang in West Seneca tonight. Andy, how are the hot dogs out there?
Yeah, it's a whole gang out here. As a matter of fact, the women's club, come on in. You just wanted to bring some over. Now, I told you I like popcorn, but this is a little bit too much. I'm going to take one of these, and I know we've got a couple. Everybody will love them here. We'll bring a few back to the station. You said buttered and salted, right?
Yes.
Ready to go. Okay, thanks so much. I appreciate that. Over here, we've got a nice breeze today. Check out the anemometer. I mentioned it before. We're inside the lake breeze, and that means that we're benefiting from some of that cooler air and also clear skies today. Let me set this down. Hey, Raina, you're going to help me with the weather here. What's the temperature? What's it feel like?
It's 80 degrees with a nice breeze.
You got it. There it is. And her brother, Ronnie. Okay, we were talking about the rain. Did you find it?
Yes. So, like, it's around Toronto and Baltimore.
It's working its way in, isn't it? High five right there, buddy. He wants to study space stuff, so we're going to talk about that in the commercial break. Let's talk about what we have right here. And as Raina just said, we're 80 degrees with a nice breeze. I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's talk about what you see on Skywatch 7. A few more clouds off to the west. That's where we're pushing it and looking at it tonight. And we have got a 20-mile-an-hour wind at the airport. It's under that here. We're about 10 or 15 right where we're sitting. And there are some storms out there, so let's get to it. And we'll focus on what's coming your way. We're in West Seneca. It's gorgeous here. There are some 7s on the map to the south. And as we see some of the Doppler returns, they look pretty aggressive, but you see that gap near Long Point? I think we're going to benefit from that. Let's go ahead and zero in, and we were watching Mayville, and we're seeing this move off to the north and east at a good clip. It's not racing. It looks like it'll skirt Pomfret and Villanova, maybe miss Dunkirk this time around, but there's more on the way. Let me show you the forecast tonight as we drop back from that 80-degree mark into the 60s. That's where we'll sit with some thunderstorms moving through, and the winds will stay at 15 miles an hour stirring through the evening. Let's get you through the rest of tonight, because that's probably the most important part as we see that southern tier get hit pretty good by those storms. A lower chance of those up here where we stand at around 8 or 9. Really, it looks like that 9 to 11 window is going to be the time that most folks are getting hit. The north towns may be left out of the rain party here, but it continues through midnight, favoring areas south of Springville almost until the dawn as we finally move some of these showers out at 4:35 in the morning. And then we start looking ahead to the day tomorrow, and I do think we get through most of the day rain-free. I think most of the spots, especially here in West Seneca, looking at some sunshine. There will be some showers both north and south of Buffalo along those lake breeze boundaries, and it will be a breezy day as well as we see the 70s. And the 70s are going to stick around on Saturday as well. For Sunday, it looks like a less chance of rain. I think we are going to see scattered showers between noon and 6 p.m. On Saturday. And then look at that. If you were looking for rain in 80, you're loving this forecast going forward over the next number of days. So that's what we have in our 7-day forecast. All right, Ronnie and Raina, give everybody a big wave. We're going to send some popcorn back to everybody there. We'll be live back out here in West Seneca shortly. Right now, back downtown to you guys.
All right, lots of help for you out there today. Thanks, Andy. Coming up here on 7 Eyewitness News tonight, we'll go live out to practice camp. Training camp's underway for the Bills out at St. John Fisher. That story when we come back.
Just ran out.
It's been a long wait. The first practice of Bill's training camp has finally arrived, and our 7 Eyewitness News sports team with Joe B. and Matt Bove live tonight at St. John Fisher College near Rochester to fill us in.
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy actually just ran out onto the practice field about 5 minutes ago, but when we heard from him a half an hour ago, he didn't say much.
No, he did not, but he is out here on the practice field, and he did not want to touch the current investigation whatsoever. He did, however, say he conferred with the Bills about the entire situation.
They've been very supportive through everything. Since I've got here, they've been very supportive and helped me out through everything I've been through. And they're backing me on it 10%. You know, we had a long talk yesterday, and we're moving forward. We're ready to roll, as they would say. And everything's just geared on just making this team better. You know, I want to, be there for my teammates, my guys, my coaches. And that's kind of the mindset.
So back out here live, practice about to start in about 5 minutes, and we will join you. The horn went off, so practice is starting right now. We'll join you again coming up in Sports Live from training camp. For Joe Biscaglia, I'm Matt Beauvais. We'll send it back inside to you.
All right, thank you, Ben. We'll check back with you shortly. Still ahead tonight, we'll tap into why the number of domestic beer drinkers is dropping. And thanks to Toys R Us, Walmart.
Look at those lovely little donuts made at a lovely little donut shop called Peace, Love, and Little Donuts. I'm Mike Randall. We'll have that story coming up. See you.
Now with 7 First Alert weather. This is 7 Eyewitness News at 5:30.
Good evening once again. For people who are living with disabilities here in Western New York, just getting around can be a challenge. One place that should be easy for them to get into is the Office for People with Developmental Disabilities. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And as 7 Eyewitness News reporter James Groh shows us tonight, the community is now calling for change.
Nearly 200 people with and without disabilities marched from the Southgate Plaza to the state-run Office for People with Developmental Disabilities on East and West Road. They marched and rolled for better access to where they need to go.
We shouldn't have to go on perilous roads to get there. It shouldn't take 2 buses to get there.
Mike Rogers lives in Buffalo and depends on a bus to get him to the office several times a week, but his bus drops him off at Southgate Plaza, requiring him and dozens of others to wait for a second bus to get to their final destination. For people like Marie Malinowski, just crossing a road with cars can be difficult.
I can see, but it's hard to judge sometimes how fast they're going, and every time I have to come here, when I get to Southgate Plaza, I'm stuck.
And when she's waited long enough,
sometimes I just go home. I just go home.
You lose the ability to have a good life because you need the services to have that good life.
These demonstrators are hoping today's march leads to action, even getting the attention of the governor.
Of all the things that New York State has facing itself, and all the things this community has facing itself, this should be an easy lift.
They want the state to offer better transportation, or consider moving the office from West Seneca to Buffalo, where many of the people who depend on its services live. In West Seneca, James Groh, 7 Eyewitness News.
And we stay in West Seneca tonight because that's where 7 Eyewitness News is on the road this week. We're celebrating the people and the places that make Western New York the perfect place to live, work, and play. Now, last week we took you to Cheektowaga. Tonight, Jeff Russo live in West Seneca at Town Park. Jeff.
Yeah, Keith, so much going on out here tonight, right behind Town Hall here in West Seneca. Take a look at this. I want to show you the scene real quick. They got the summer concert series, the summer celebration concert here tonight. So we'll go right along with the farmers market. You see the vendors and everything going on here tonight. But we want to start with talking about someone who is on the minds of many folks in this area this evening. Tonight, the search continues for 61-year-old Robin Lees. You see her picture here on the screen. This mother and friend to many has been missing for 7 days. She was last seen, I guess, officially on Friday on Transit Road in West Seneca, but police say they received several reports of sightings since then, giving the family some hope. And joining us tonight here is Patrick and Patrice Nyman. They are the cousins of Robin Lees. I'm sure it's been an emotional and taxing last several days. What is the very latest on the search tonight?
Well, she was last seen last night at 9 o'clock at the Olive Branch on Union Road. I guess the police looked into it, but obviously we've not found her.
This has been a